Book of Matthew, chapter 23, starting at verse 24. These are the words of Christ. He said, "Ye blind guides, which strain at a net and swallow a camel. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites." He said, now I noticed the translation that Minister Walker read said, "and hypocrite." No, he called them hypocrites. Amen. He said, "For you make clean the outside of the cup and of the platter, but within they are full of extortion and excess. Thou blind Pharisee, cleanse first that which is within the cup and the platter, and the outside of them may be clean also. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye are like unto whitened sepulchres, which indeed appear beautiful outward, but are within full of dead men's bones and of all uncleanness." Amen. Amen. And our key verse is verse 24. "Ye blind guides which strain at a net and swallow a camel." And we want to just ask you a question today. What is it that make you gag? What is it that make you gag? When God was dealing with me, I kept saying, okay, I'm missing something. I'm missing something. Because if Jesus is our example, we got to first understand that there are some things that ought to make you sick.
All right.
Come on now. Come on, preacher.
Y'all trying to figure out what we're going with it. Just ride with me. Man, we do know what we're talking about. Because you remember in the Old Testament, in the book of Samuel, we find that David got upset. He heard Goliath defiling the army of Israel. Is that right? And he just got mad. What is uncircumcised Philistine, But there are something, I remember a show, and I don't know how many of you ever watched this show on television called Fear Factor.
Yes.
Amen, amen. My wife used to look at it quite often, and I used to get kind of grossed out looking at it. It seemed like it was people that didn't have good sense, because people do anything for money. And in Fear Factor, the goal was if you can eat the most bugs and land all the most slime and stuff like that, they considered you to be the winner. It was a messed up show, and I found out that sometimes I would see people eating worms and stuff, and I would actually get a little nausea. I know y'all can take it, but my stomach is a little weak. I'm funny about stuff. I cannot stand to get food and something in it. Some of you may know a few months ago I was eating a salad at work I had bought out of Walmart, and right down to the last couple of bites, I moved the lettuce and there was a bug in the bottom of my salad. Oh, y'all laughing, amen. Y'all thought I raised the bug, didn't you? Amen. And it kind of turned my stomach, and I was through. I won't even buy another salad. They were supposed to be ready to eat, but no. And so these things made me gag. Amen. It made me sick on the stomach. But the thing that made me sicker on the stomach than finding a bug in my salad and finding people in church that is so religious, that is so self-sanctified until they ain't no good to help nobody else. That made me sick. Believe it or not, God, with all his healing power, lets us know in the book of Revelation there's something that make him sick. And he said he would that you were hot or cold, because if you lukewarm, he'll spew you out of his mouth. And we are too satisfied with people in church being all jacked up. Now, I'm going to tell you, as a pastor, My goal is to see people grow spiritually. My goal is to see people being able to live outside the church. My goal is to try to teach you so when something happens, you don't have to call the pastor. You know that you got the power to pray yourself. My goal is to let you know that God can still heal, and even if you don't see healing right away, it doesn't take away from the fact that God can still heal.
Amen.
That's right.
That's good.
Y'all ain't hearing me this morning, are you? We got to understand there's some things that just make me sick, that make me gag. And when I think about Jesus, that was something that bothered him. You heard me say it in here several times and often, that the thing that I noticed was studying Jesus in the Bible, that he met people where they were. But he let us know right up front that he had a problem with all of these religious leaders that was so stuck on making sure everything in their tradition, everything in their ritual was right on point. But they left out the right thing and the best thing. They left out the mercy. They left out the faith. They left out the love. But they followed the procedure. We got too many people stuck on procedure, but they have left out the love. They have left out the mercy. Y'all ain't gonna talk. Because see, we gotta understand, the Bible said in Galatians 6, said if a man is overtaken in a fault, let those which are spiritual, that's the church, y'all, let those which are spiritual restore such a one in the spirit of meekness, considering ourselves, lest thou also be tempted. What did you say? It could be you in that shape. And when you think about that, because he is in that shape, you need to pull him back.
That's good. That's good, preacher.
See, we let people go on out there and die and go to hell. Oh, Lord, I'm messing up now. And we have a mandate to try to regain that which is lost. You heard the parable Jesus used of the 99 sheep or the 100 sheep that said that when one got lost, he left the 99 behind and went and got the one. Even Jesus had enough sense to know that there is safety in the group.
Amen.
Somebody, they missed that. There is safety when you can get together. That's why in Hebrew, he said, forsake not the assembly together. Don't think that you can go out there on your own.
Amen. That's good stuff.
Let me break it down a little bit. How many people ever remember Wild Kingdom and all these kind of shows? One thing I noticed about that the lion only attacked the one that was out there by themselves.
Amen.
He never tried to attack those that were with the group. And many times we don't understand why people fall. Well, the Bible said in Proverbs that a just man falleth 7 times. But what happened to the just man? What caused him to fall? Sometimes it was something that they did themselves that caused them to fall. Sometimes all they did was got away from the ark of safety. Don't you know if you get out there by yourself, you'll fall too?
Amen.
Oh, maybe I'm just talking. Amen. I know. I've been out there. And it's a lonely place when you're out there by yourself. What is it that make you gag? What make you sick? You know what make me sick? When I see somebody that's been in church all their life, and right at the end of their life, now they living a raggedy life and die. Now, in my mind, I don't know if they went to heaven or went to hell, but I'm just glad that ain't my business.
Come on.
My God.
Well, let me see if I got something on my notes that I can use. Listen here. This is what I noticed. He called them blind guides. Guides are those who lead or direct. And then we go back to Matthew 7, verses 3 and 4, where he even tells us ahead of time, he said, judge not. Y'all remember that scripture. But if you start at verse 3, he said, how is it that you can see the mote, I'm paraphrasing now, you can see the mote in your brother's eye, but you can't see the beam that's in your own eye. He said, first get the mote out of your eye, and then you'll be able to see clearly to get the, y'all ain't talking. The mote, when I looked at the word of mote, it's just a small speck, a small particle in what it says. But a baby, it started giving me all these descriptions about the main wood frame that goes across and hold this together. And that was a big contrast. It's just about like straining at a net.
Yep. Amen.
Yeah, see, somebody missed that. Swallowing a camel. It's funny that the little stuff we see people do can upset us, but we forget about the big stuff that we do.
All right,
That's good, preacher.
I didn't say the big stuff that we did. I said the big stuff that we do. Because many times we find ourselves becoming judge, jury, and executioner. We condemn people that God don't even condemn. Y'all hear me today. God don't want us to get into the condemning business. I do understand, as I said last week, I understand church discipline. Because if we had no church discipline, people just do whatever they want to do.
All right. Amen.
Wait a minute, some of them do anyway, though. But we got to understand, something ought to gag you. It ought to gag you when you see somebody run to the altar every week after week over the same thing and ain't no deliverance. That means that we're not doing something right. It also means that they ain't letting some stuff go, but there needs to be some deliverance in God's house. Amen. We ought to gag. We ought to be upset. We ought to be sick. But we see people that come to church that set up under the preaching all the time and never change at all. They still got the nasty attitude. They still got the quick tongue. They ain't got no bridle. They ain't got no filter on their mouth. There's something wrong.
Come on, Pastor.
Can I back it up? I better back that up here, Brother Steve. See, Jesus lets us know. He said, out of the heart, or out of the mouth, the abundance of the heart speaketh. So if you still got a nasty mouth, that means your heart nasty. He began to talk to the Pharisees that the scribe, who both of them were, so we won't get into that too much. We'll do that Wednesday night. But one thing he began to let them know, they were so caught up into their ritual, they would try to be perfected in their ritual. When it came to the weighing out of the mints and stuff for tithe, they would pay their 10, but they would make sure it was the perfect weight, not over, not under, and all that. They were very particular about those things. But then when it came down to the things of God, they didn't care. That sounds like church. We want to go through the motions. We want to do the thing that everybody else is doing. We want to do the church thing. We want to do the praise thing. We want to do the song, sing all the popular songs. We want to do all the church thing. But why is it that we can't do the God thing and try to get people delivered?
That's good.
Why we can't win souls for Christ?
That's good.
Why we can't be disciples and try to get other people to be disciples?
That's good.
What do we come and try to learn all this stuff about God in the Bible study? Just so we can show how much we know, or because we think it's going to help us?
All right.
That's some crazy questions, ain't it? We need to know we are on a mission. We have a mandate. And the mandate was, I'm going to make you fishers of men. Jesus' mindset was on kingdom building and not rituals.
That's right. Amen.
He went against everything that they believed. And you heard what he called them. He called them hypocrites. Hypocrite was like an actor. You portraying a role to be something that you're not.
There you go.
All right.
And that's what we use the term hypocrite today. You saying one thing, he even said, you are just like whitewashed sepulcher. I said, so the way we talk, you are just like tombs. You are just like graves. Look good on the outside. Inside, full of dead men bones. That's something, man.
That's it.
What you gagging over? What you gagging over? What is it? What is it that can mess you up make you forget what God had told you to do. But you gagging on. What is it?
Amen.
Is it them children that won't listen? Huh? I done found out there's something in the air when it comes to kids. Kids can be 40, 50 years old. And parents still trying to wipe their behind.
Come on now, preacher.
Them
Go ahead,
borderline
preacher.
women. Still wiping their nose. Sometimes we need to back off. Maybe I need to take some time, or most of the time, we need to back off and let them do like we had to do. Hit their heads. And let God do what he wants to.
Amen.
A life of teaching.
Oh, yes, it will.
Look at the prodigal son. Daddy didn't run after him. We let him go on out there. Go ahead. Go ahead. You be back. What is it that you gagging over? What is it? Well, God, I would give you all of me, but I got to give up some. But look at what you're gaining. Amen. Stand up.